promise to you will be stayed before your very eyes. The God themselves one hell of a surprise. The body's bones, the workers found. We're getting early high and see. You're nothing but the bottom of some far future the tree. My little libertine, that's your universe in the words. I'm just going to do a short one while I'm finishing laundry. Finish up this Christianity Exposed video from Area of One. Greetings, and welcome to all. Past, present, and future. Trusty Ape. Hashtag TrustyApeCo at TrustyApeCo. You know the fucking drill. Like the video if you please. Do share. And subscribe if you have not.
It's also stupid when people accuse you, but they don't want to answer the phone. They accuse you, but they don't want to answer their emails. And every communication you communicate with them in 2024 is harassment. We're afraid. Back in the day, I used to yell and scream at my buddies over the phone. And we used to talk trash to each other over the phone. Over whatever. And I'm talking secular issues as well as Christian issues.
Secular issues? At least says secular.
On each other. Cussing and name it. And then when we seen each other out on the street, we just looked at each other. Oh, that phone call was the last time we're going to talk about this, so don't come over with your crap.
It's funny because I got a good friend of mine. We've been friends since childhood, and so that's why I'm so immune to Jill calling me a liberal. Because that motherfuckers have been calling me a liberal since we were teenagers, and he's younger than I am. And he's super conservative, but we still get on and banter about shit, and then have a good time together, and definitely very differing viewpoints, and somehow still manage to get along. We kind of make a game out of it, we don't talk as often as we should, but we're both busy doing our own thing, living our best lives. So
we just look at each other like, I don't think you're going to come over here and finish the conversation that you started over the phone, because if you wanted to fight, you should have just said, hey, let's fight, and talking all that trash. If you think I'm mad, if you think you're mad, how mad do you think I am? We just look at each other like that. And nothing happened. Later on, we were friends again. Just don't talk about that certain topic. But here we go. We're up to 50 minutes. Let me get out of here. My point is, I just think that it's sad that people can't see. But I have to do a part two of this. There's something I wanted to say, and I felt like it'd be fast for me to. I think I said most of it. I think I did pretty well. don't even know what the title of this video, but listen to me.
It's called Christianity Exposed. Real talk about everything. What do you think? Yeah, give Duroy some feedback. Did he do pretty well expressing himself here?
Listen, very, very good. I don't.
Let's see. I saw a couple lurkers. Any comments? No comments yet. If anybody in the chat could open the room up for a little bit. I don't see myself going to bed anytime soon. I just had a cup of coffee. So yeah, and I had a bit of a nap this afternoon. So we'll see how this goes.
I don't need to convince you of Christianity. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. I don't need to convince you of Christianity any more than I can explain to you the existence of God. Because God said, and I've never seen one single apologist at a debate say this: no man shall see God and live.
I believe that is biblical. That let me see. Is that one? Let's research that. No man shall see God and live. I seem to remember that from the Bible. Oh yeah. Exodus 38, 18 or 33, 18 to 20. And he said, "Thou cannot see my face, for there shall no man see me and live." Thou canst not see my face. That's KJV, I guess. So. Nice language, buddy. For there shall no man see me and live.
The evidence for God is not based on what we see, because if we saw it, we would die in this body. The evidence for God is based on believing and reason to believe. The reason to believe is the evidence for God. Well, why would you believe in God? Well, that's the evidence. I can give you 100 reasons. And the one reason that I believe in God is because all my life I've known enough about the inside of the house. And there are...
And they might change the furniture and redo the carpeting, but I still know it's his house.
Various episodes of...
Say various? You mean to say various? Does he do that shit intentionally? Just like pronounce words his own way? And I don't know. I'm starting to wonder about that. I mean, I've done some weird shit too. So sometimes when I catch it, I'll repeat it, like just to have fun with it.
Christianity and the cultures that can clearly be defined as Christian, and the races that are actually trading their race for Christianity, like I've done, and how we all blend together and we find each other and we get to know each other. We're doing a better job than the LGBTQ is doing. We don't need a flag to find each other.
What the fuck is he talking about? You had a flag. Your flag is the fucking symbol of the crucifix. You've had that shit long before. Yeah. Wow.
Each other. It's very spiritual how we connect. We find each other by looking each other right in the eye. And God's spirit is right. I tell you no lie.
And you might not tell a lie, but you do talk a bunch of bullshit. I'll tell you that.
And there's somebody that I was talking to just last week, and he let me know somebody said something about me, and her and I are saying the same thing because Christians. And there was a woman who knew that I was a Christian. I never said nothing to her about, I don't talk to this woman. But she knew that I was a Christian. I mean, are Christians the only ones being moral and wearing all their clothes? No. Are Christians the only one that's quiet and not bothering people? No. How did she know that I was a Christian?
I don't know about Christians being quiet and not bothering people. They seem to have a lot to fucking say, especially right now at this point in history. They're a very, very vocal group.
She doesn't. I said, oh, you must have went to my Facebook channel. I didn't know you was on Facebook. Oh, okay. She just said, you seem like you Christian type. She's either spent time around a lot of Christians on a personal level. It had to be personal. Or she was once a Christian. There you go. She was once a Christian herself. She knows where we abstain and we insert ourselves. We interject.
Just like literally everywhere. Like, no other additional comment needed.
In closing, I cannot help those that can't see. Atheists, your problem is not that God doesn't exist. Your problem is that you can't see.
Wait. According to you and according to Exodus, you can't see either. You're just believing in blind faith. Blind faith, because you can't see his face, right? Or otherwise you'd be dead. That came out of your mouth.
Once you are able to believe a little bit, I believe you believe more, and that's why you have such a problem with God, because you believe more in a little bit, just the wrong direction. But once you're able to believe a little bit,
I don't have a problem with God because I don't think that God exists. I have a problem with Christians who claim absolute certainty and want to impose their morality on other people for reasons they themselves can't even explain, including you.
the Bible will do the rest. It only takes an ounce of belief, or I shouldn't even say belief, an ounce of calming down and listening. It only takes an ounce of wanting something from God. And the Bible will do the rest. And that's the way it's always been in my life. Because why? When I read that Bible, if I really read it within context.
Because it's all self-affirming. I mean, if you believe that God is working, like no matter what happens, you're just going to be like, oh, something bad happened. God did that to me. Something good happened. God did that for me. Why? Because you already believed it to begin with. There's a word for that shit. I'll think of it in a minute.
Everybody's in there. I'm in there. You're in there. The devil's in there. The Democrats, the Republicans, the
confirmation bias. I think that's a confirmation bias. Let me check. Confirmation bias. Yeah, people's tendencies to process information by looking for or interpreting information that is consistent with their existing beliefs. This biased approach to decision making is largely unintentional and results in a person ignoring information that is inconsistent with their beliefs. Von Eric, blessings, welcome.
The murderers, the rapists. Okay, everybody's in there. And I'm not talking about those parts of the Bible. where you say, "Oh, the Bible's such a horrible book. Look at all this." I'm talking about the part of the Bible that lets you know that the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I'm talking about the parts of the Bible that separates the Christians from everybody else. I'm talking about the part of the Bible that tells us to come out from among them and be separate. So we do
Come out from among them and be separate. Which part is that? Can you cite the chapter and verse? No. Come out from among them. Oh, it's coming up in my search pretty quickly. 2 Corinthians 6:17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
believe in separation. You believe in separation. That's why you're an atheist or whatever religion you're in. You believe in separation. If you didn't believe in separation, you wouldn't. You'd be like one of the people that say, "Well, all religions aren't all religions the same?"
Well,
Okay,
so I will say no. I mean, so not all atheists, but a lot of atheists are secular humanists, and they're about unifying humanity, right? And the problem is that religion causes divisions amongst people, right? In a secular society, we would all be united under a common goal as humans. It's only in the religious context that we have all these beliefs that divide us.
no, they're not, and um, I don't consider Christianity a religion. If I thought Christianity was really a religion instead of the only religion, or if I felt that Christianity was a religion at all compared to all the BS, I'd probably be an atheist. I really would. The only reason why I'm not an atheist is because I know that there's more to be lived in believing than there is to shutting everything down that was here before us. Before you can call your grandparents a bunch of idiots, and your grandparents, the most superstitious people you've ever met, you need to do your homework.
Why are you assuming that my grandparents were religious? That's just a fucking bad assumption. Like, you have no reason to believe that. You're assuming that. Okay.
I mean, I'd like to be a better Christian than my mother, but I thank my mother for leading me to Christ. And I'm glad I was the only child, because if I was not the only child, I probably wouldn't be the one in the family that was a Christian.
Welcome to the human race. That's the march of progress, that we should be better individuals than our parents were, like, regardless of whatever, faith you're talking about. That's just literally the goal of every human, hopefully.
I will probably be the one in the family that rebel, because there's something about siblings that causes people to rebel against not only their parents, but to God and other things in life in general. Every family of siblings has this problem. That does not make God weak. That does not mean that God does not exist. That does not mean that you didn't make a mistake by walking into the church and walk right back out before you actually tasted, as the Bible says, and saw that the Lord was good.
I've sat through many sermons. I've sat through faith healing. I've been to Catholic Mass. I've been to Baptist churches. What are those other guys? I can never remember their name. Yeah, I've been to a lot of churches, and I've sat through the service, and I've participated, and I've tried prayer, and I've tried. You just assume they're just like, "Oh, I'm out," No, that's not the way it works. That's not the way most people come to atheism.
I got a feeling I'm going to be doing part 2 of this video, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Sorry it took so long, but this is the beginning of me making some videos. So I said a lot of things in this video, so I don't have to say them in others.
And we already know, because we looked, DeRoy's a liar. Every time he says that, his shit just gets longer and longer. Liar.
I'll break it down in the shorts, like I said, over the next coming weeks and months. Thank you for watching. I enjoy your time, and I hope you enjoyed mine. I hope you had the time. Watch till the end. It's important. Talk to you soon with more.
We done did the thing. Oh, what an interesting character that man is, though. We'll invite him for a 1-to-1 sometime. We'll read this little piece from stoicrecovery.com. Links down in the description box. Why is Stoicism the best ethical system to follow? From James Daltrey, August 21st, 2018. A question asked in our closed Stoic Recovery Facebook discussion group, because it is naturalistic, founded in physical realities, scientific and social. It puts morality back where it should be, grounded in the relationships between humans and their environment, not in the commands of transcendent beings, logically deduced axioms, or cold-hearted calculation of benefits. It places the human agent front and center, with priorities not based on their own self-interest, but on the interest of all, which is ultimately one's own interest. The idea is that in behaving rationally in a pro-social context, we are doing what humans, as humans, are evolved to do, to think and look after each other. And in doing this, we find fulfillment. In this way, we flourish in the same way a plant flourishes in the right environment, or an animal. The dichotomy of control, the theory of emotion, the understanding of virtue are just tools to this end. That is eudaimonia, a life well lived, morality as happiness. It works across the political spectrum. Adam Smith was a big fan of the Stoics. If you have an ethical theory that can unite these two ideas, you have something special. Quote, every man, as the Stoics used to say, is first and principally recommended to his own care, and every man is certainly, in every respect, fitter and abler to take care of himself than of any other person, end quote, Adam Smith. Quote, the wise and virtuous man is always willing for his own private interest to be sacrificed to the public interest of his own particular order or society, end quote, Adam Smith. So, nice little short there. So yeah, my day has been trying. Still kind of trying to learn to deal with things differently. I know I'm at the point where I've given a lot of fucks, and so every time I start giving fucks again, I have to like pull it back and pull the reins on that shit. Be like, okay, how emotionally invested am I going to get in this particular person, this particular situation, right? Because I will definitely get way too invested, and then if it's not reciprocated, people don't meet my expectations, right? Then I start to get, feelings of disappointment and resentment, right? Which are toxic, and I'll try things that I'm making an effort to relieve myself of, and it makes me a better person. So, every time I find myself in that situation, I say, are you getting angry? Are you allowing that emotion to overcome you? And is that going to dictate your behavior today? And the answer invariably has to be no. Somehow I have to find a way to master those emotions. Sometimes it's processing them internally. Sometimes it's talking them out with another person or a group of people, but surely those things come up just about every day. And so it's wild trying to navigate all those emotions and interactions and stuff, and not trying to suppress anything or make myself feel differently than I actually do, right? For a while, I think I was experiencing like what they call anhedonia, right? Where your brain's not like fully back online yet. After you quit using substances for a while there, you kind of get this kind of like blah state where you're not very reactive to things. You kind of feel indifferent to a lot of stuff. But I think I'm getting back to that place where I'm having more natural responses to situations. And so I'm having to find new coping strategies to try and deal with those situations and not repeat those toxic patterns of behavior. So it's an interesting challenge. It's an interesting thing to work through in your mind. So yeah, that's pretty much been my day to day. And yeah, that's about all I can say. I still, chain smoke like a fucking train. So that's like my one coping strategy. And Krypton Mario, you finished your new video. Cool. Congratulations. Feel free to share it. That'd be great. Yeah, they won't let me stream on X anymore because I don't have a premium account. So no shame. Yeah, the last remaining vice. Either that or I got the vape. I'm like alternating between the vape and the cigarettes, which I don't think is really serving me, but fuck it. And I have one of these snus pouches left that I got in rehab. I've been saving it for an emergency. They're actually pretty good, though, if you're trying not to smoke. I mean, yeah, you're trading lung cancer for mouth cancer or whatever, but I don't enjoy it as much. So I think there's something to that. Eventually, I'll probably, when I'm ready, go to pouches and probably down to gum and patches to try and wean myself off. Because historically, even when I was using the gum and patches, I was still smoking. And even when I was taking the medication, I'd only wean myself down like so much. So it's going to be a really difficult one for me. But I'm not there yet, 3 weeks back into being sober, and I feel good about it, but it takes a lot of effort, a lot of willpower, and a lot of community. So I just came back from another meeting. Drink vape juice? What the hell is that like? I've never worked in a factory. I did work in a tech warehouse where they serviced hard drives for like tech companies. I don't think I'm allowed to mention them because of NDAs, but big tech companies. And when we're in that warehouse, you are not allowed to leave the warehouse for the duration of your shift except for on your lunch break. So that was the only time. So, and it was like, if I remember, it was a 10 or 12-hour shift. So I would be in there for like 4 or 5 hours at a time and no smoke breaks. And then I would go out on my lunch break and I would try to slam my food and chain smoke as much as possible before I had to go back in there. Not healthy. But, on the plus side, I was like in there, and in my downtime, I was like doing push-ups and like all kinds of crazy shit to try and keep myself occupied. So that was before I started YouTubing. You have inactive knowledge. You mean like back brain shit? Welcome, Dr. Mordecai. Yeah, it's just skills that are underdeveloped, I suppose. They're always kind of there, and that because I know that for me, because like anytime I've been in an institution, like in jail or in rehab, I've had to use those skills because in my mind I'm thinking I'm going to freak out, but I know if I freak out in there's no good's going to come of it, right? The biggest temper tantrum in the world is going to land you in solitary or strapped to a chair or some bullshit that's going to make it even worse. So you better just fucking deal with it, right? That's how you know you're not crazy, not completely insane, because you still fear being strapped to a fucking chair. But yeah, and I think physical confinement's like one of my big fears, like being like trapped in a coffin or something like that. Yeah, it's definitely there. Oh, that that smoking will kill you, but you're not stopping. Well, I don't have that, particular fear of death or negative consequences. In fact, part of the reason that I've continued to smoke and do other shit over the years was in an active attempt to shorten my lifespan. I just thought it would be a lot shorter. I thought I would be dead already, and I'm still here, so evidently I didn't do enough damage. And I'm like, okay, so I'll do a little bit of damage control, but mostly it's for my mental health more than my physical health. As long as I'm here, I still want my body to be able to perform for certain functions that I assign to it. But for me, it's all about the mind. Inactive knowledge. Yeah. Really, like the best justification I could find to quit smoking is to prolong the use of my voice for the purpose of talking, because I love talking, and singing, which is like my primary passion. But right now, I just don't do that nearly as much as I would like to. Made in Canada. I have to look that up too. There's a lot of things that I don't know, I'm not familiar with. So every day is a learning experience. They ain't harvesting my organs. I'll go out on my own time. Yeah, I never signed up for the organ donor thing. I'm a little skeptical about that whole process. I would donate my organs if I knew somebody, like needed a kidney or something. I'd probably just give them one. And mine are still in pretty good shape. I don't know if I could spare a lung at this point in my life, or if it would be better than the one they have. But what else do we have to? I don't know. I don't know what they transplant these days. Could give them half of my brain. It'll be fun. It'll be one of those. No. So yeah, it's been a pretty good day though. Just trying to have to like overcome minor stressors. People pissing me off, and it's just shit that I'll get over. So no use in trying to battle it out over some stupid bullshit that really doesn't matter that much. Minor frustrations. But I know it's something in the long term that I have to deal with, and that was kind of part of my long-term goal, is just slowly, steadily becoming more independent. And part of that is, it's shit we've talked about on here, and I don't really have to go over it again. But just being more independent. It seems like, somebody was saying this at the meeting tonight, it's like every time you start to feel solid in the process of recovery, the universe or life or people, it seems, will just like throw a wrench in your gears. You're like, here, let me see how I can fuck with you today. Just see if we can push a few of those buttons and see what happens. Here, try not drinking through this. And then just beep beep beep. So that's a fun challenge these days. It's like I was expecting to get my disability payment today, and instead they sent me some bullshit letter. They're like, "Oh, we need your doctor to fill out this form." I'm like, "Okay, you didn't need that the last time. You didn't I don't know. They just randomly decided they were going to hold up my check, and it'll probably take another who knows how long, 2 weeks or something. And in the meantime, I'm waiting to get my next extension in a couple of days. So, I see Cryptomaria here.
Hello. Good to see you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Good to see you too. You look well.
Oh, I fake it well then. Oh, you make me blush, sir. Oh no, I'm an, oh God. I stay positive. Is that a good thing? Is that fair to say? You just hang in there, you roll with the punches, and no, I mean, one day I will get a proper dentist or something, Bad jokes. The Canadian government keeps promising us, like, they have this magical socialist plan. You know how communists are. They're great. You're in California having fun yet? You are a commie. I forgot about that. Sorry. No, I do.
Yeah, well, Democratic Socialist.
But I'll play it. Is that okay? I'll turn off the volume.
It's not going to get me banned, is it?
No. There's no bad animation. That's it. I didn't do one of those ones. That's only for my Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Present it.
Yeah. No, just I'll just mute it. I don't want you to strike for the music, okay? I can present. Woohoo! I can present. Sorry, I'm a nerd. No, this is going to be good.
It's quite all right.
I'll mute it. Oh, I think you dodged a bullet. It's not even loading. Okay. No, apparently it's on there.
It's not going to work.
It's not quite loaded yet. I got overexcited because, like, I can see it. I've seen it 50, 60, 75. You know what it's like when you're editing a video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hear
3 hours listening to my own voice that way.
Or a song.
Can you just show the original?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Off your file sharing?
I hope you don't get a copyright strike for the music. You can always mute it. Just give me a second to. I'm just gonna stop my camera because I'll make a bunch of faces while I'm swearing at my computer. Give me a second. No, I'll find it. I'll find the original. I would gladly share the original with you.
I'll go off camera to improve the bandwidth, maybe.
Well, this fucker took me it took me longer than I want to say. Oh God, just give me a second. It's updating because that's Google. I'm sorry. Oh my Lord.
It's like, let me automatically run this update while you're trying to do something right now.
That's what, well, it's because I've been so on Next, it's a little jealous right now. We'll just leave it at that. I'm sure you've heard the news. Elon, well, it's very complicated. It's like tonight, Elon and Trump talked together.
That sounds like a match made in hell.
Hey man, hi, I will give you Trudeau. I will give you my entire government. Have fun. You're in California. You're used to it. So
Well, you didn't hear about that
let's
plan
just ship them all down there.
back during the 2016 election. They were like, you know what we can do? We could just get California, Oregon, and Washington together. We'll all just secede and become a part of Canada. It was
Cascadia.
a serious plan.
No. Yeah. Oh, it's a great idea. Like include Washington, BC, Alberta's sort of on the fence. They kind of want to do their own thing. Like you guys think you're going to have a civil war down there. Oh no, Canada's like, we're coming soon. We'll show you how it's done. Just saying. Sorry, I'm teasing you.
I'm used to it. I was talking about that earlier. I've got,
No,
I've
okay,
got.
there we go.
Okay, you got it?
Oh, yeah, I got it. Maybe. Okay. Just give it a no. It's still not load. Oh, it's still not loading.
Damn it, Jim. The technology doesn't want to work with us.
Oh. No, well, I don't know. Because, oh, there we go. No, it's almost coming. It's slowly coming in. It's like, oh God, it's the problem is it's like I'm using so much. So when it goes onto my laptop to upload, it just is like rolling through like molasses. I'm sorry, it's trying. We'll see. Give it a second. Give it a second. It seemed to be doing something. Yeah. No. No, it's just
I can't see
not
anything
working.
on my end, so no.
No, I haven't shared anything because all you're going to see is the still frames from the animation. It's just not loading yet on. I don't get it.
It might just be too much while you're streaming. I get that shit all the time. That's why I always have
I think that's what it is.
Do you have like a plug-in connection or do you use Wi-Fi?
Okay, when it loads, here's going to be the link. Let's just do this. It's so close to loading. Okay. There we go. It's so close to loading. It should load in a moment.
Okay, or maybe if you can share it in private chat, I might be able to load it up that way on my end.
Yeah, well, it's still loading on my end. Everything's crashing. Sorry, dude. Oh my God, this is... Sorry. I tried. No, I can't share it right now. I'll have to share it. I'll put it in the comments after, you know. But I'm glad you're doing good. Or
Thank
hanging
you.
in there.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good right now, you know. So don't get overly confident. That's why I'm optimistically cautious, you know, but I'm like yeah, I mean they say somewhere in there there's like something about intuitively handling situations that used to baffle us. And that's where I feel like I'm getting to now. It's like all this stuff that used to overwhelm me and I just get pissed off. And I was like, now I'm just breathe, you know, think of a happy place. You know, sort of. It kind of works like that. You know?
It'll take years. Sorry. I mean, it's not going to be an overnight thing. you know.
Yeah, it's a lifelong process, I guess, you know.
Well, it's also like, I think one of the key things is don't be hard on yourself, you know, and that's maybe something they never say in treatment. It's especially going through 12 step, you know, all of this, like, you overanalyze a lot. Sometimes just let it go, just look forward, not back. Because I find you look so much like you overanalyze. I fucked up this way, this way, this way. I had to send letters to everyone. I screwed up. So did I do something wrong?
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm not sure, but I think he's joking. You can never tell with that one. Either that or it's because I'm smoking. In which case, I don't smoke because I'm stressed. I just smoke because it's something to do. It's like a prop, you know. You should get one of those like actor cigarettes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the program's definitely gotten a lot more compassionate. Oh, Dr. Mordecai says you make him nervous. Oh no, that's funny. It's all right. See, we'll deal with it. Just breathe. Think of a happy place. Yeah, but the program's gotten a lot more compassionate since like when I was a kid, and maybe it's just the crowds that I'm in, because I'll find that sometimes there'll be some pretty tense meetings, and I just kind of laugh it off. I'm like, wow, those people got problems, and then I just find a more positive crowd to be around, and that's the beauty of it. Like you're not confined to just like whatever group happens to be near to you or whatever. Like I find different different groups everywhere I go. So any city that I go to, like I can just get involved and and find, my tribe of people. Not everybody's going to be your best friend. That's definitely true in recovery because some of those people are
I
just assholes.
Well, that is absolute truth. That is absolute truth for any kind of program. You have to have your boundaries. Boundaries. You got into these situations with substance abuse because you didn't have boundaries or boundaries weren't allowed to you. So in these programs, you need boundaries, otherwise you will get exploited. Flat out, like people.
I don't know if it's just me, but you froze on my end. Oh, people are people. That was the last thing I heard. People totally frozen. Yeah. I'm struggling with boundaries right now
Sorry,
because oh, there you are. Okay.
now we're switching over. That's the joy of living on an island. You got it.
It happens.
Yeah. So we don't have any in Canada. We piggyback off of Washington, so it takes a while sometimes for they to kick over.
I'm in the Bay Area. I feel like we have all the towers here, and yet everybody's, trying to use it, all at the same time. So
Well, that was almost like X tonight with the Trump thing.
what do you think?
It
What do you
was
think
fun.
about his earshot? You like his the little piece of gauze there? Dude came out wearing a piece of gauze over his ear after he got
Oh
grazed by
God,
a
I
bullet or whatever.
know. It was just like, don't do stuff like that. Like it doesn't like it's just weird, you know. But hey, that's just. Oh God, if it was Trudeau, we'd all be wearing furry costumes and sorry. It is so bad up here. It is so dumb. I can't even I just can't believe it sometimes. And I'm just waiting for the next round when the House of Commons comes back. It's like, ha ha ha, September 16th. Like, ooh. It's like waiting for hockey season, you know?
You guys ever get fist fights in the House of Commons? Like back in the day, didn't they do that
Yeah.
in Parliament? Whatever. Yeah, I'd
Oh,
like to
we're
see
getting
that.
close. Oh, we've gotten close recently. People actually, we had the entire side of the house walk out. We don't fight. We just walk out and then make bad memes. People who know, and then it's like, and the people who support these parties realize you got, like, they were getting bullied. They walked out. So we're going to make more memes. They don't need to make memes. We do it for, like, because we're mad. Trudeau's a dick. Speak about someone who needs rehab.
Yeah, I don't know. Politicians, though, it's like that everywhere. Like they just get away with shit. The rest of us have to, like, oh, we're just regular ass people, so we, like have to do jail time. And I don't know. These guys just, it's like
Yeah.
every scandal
Oh,
now
yeah.
just makes them more popular.
Pretty much.
It doesn't matter which side they're on.
No, India invested, like, he went to G7 or one of these big ass meetings in India. They like scoped his plane for cocaine with the dogs. Yeah, that's Canada. Like, why do I even try? We don't have bullets. We have tampons in the men's rooms, like, and free cocaine. Like, oh God. You would probably either have way too much fun up here or you would be scared straight. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just the
It
toiletries.
might be
Just
so
whatever.
horrifying for you. You just
No.
never touch drugs again or anything.
Yeah, no, like Amsterdam,
Like,
but no, I'm already pretty much scared straight from my experience here, but um I think people should be free to make those choices. I'm all about the maximal amount of freedom for everybody. So
well,
yeah,
yeah, I'm also about kind of the druggy zombie people not bending, it is really bad up here. Like, seriously, it's like, the type with the skin rotting off their bodies from drugs, sort of. That's what Trudeau did.
I think that's mostly from like intravenous use when you get shit like that.
Or like they do. Oh, it's so bad. But it's like, it just, he wants it across Canada. I don't think this is a good idea to legalize all drugs across Canada like this.
Yeah, well, it's safer, especially if the drugs are actually being checked by medical professionals and, doctors, if they can actually see that there's no, they can,
It's
at
not
least you're
working.
getting the purest drugs that are available. Makes more sense.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like the medical officials, like, it's like a whole cartel. We're going to get nukes soon. I'm going to get nukes soon, unless an earthquake takes me out. I'm really hoping on the earthquake. Come on, baby. anytime now. Like, just Jesus, like, I'm okay with the earthquake, volcano, just, aliens, bad jokes.
It's yeah, it's very interesting. I don't know. So I'll try this one more time, but I do have to go pull my laundry out real quick.
No worries.
Anybody else wants to join, can do that. But if not, I might wrap here.
No worries. I'm gonna probably go back to Rumble and stuff and homework.
Where are you dropping your video at, though? Is that out already?
On Rumble. Let's just see if this pays. So, oh, there we go. That might be working. Yeah, I was gonna. It's not working on my Google videos.
Oh, I see it there.
It's in the private chat for you.
Thank
You can look
thank
at
you.
it. I don't want you to copyright strike for music. It's all my animation, though.
Okay, I don't know if I can even open it if I don't have a Rumble account. Does that? Is it like publicly available?
Yeah, you just have a few ads, unfortunately. It's like YouTube.
Okay. Put it down there.
You should have like a couple ads and then it should play.
Oh no, it does. It says restricted or private.
Damn it. Well, it's still loading then. Sorry. But that'll be the link when it loads. And at least you know my account. Well, I'm going to let you go. Love you so much. And good to see you. Thank you for inviting me on.
Good to see you too. Yeah, no problem.
Hit the buttons, Crypto.
Anytime. All right. Yeah. I'll probably head out too because I got a thing going on here and I got to pull my laundry. But yeah, it's one of those things. An amazing, amazing day. We'll see how it ends. I myself probably go see if anybody else is on live or just go watch one of my new movies because I haven't popped one of those in yet. So you want a kiss? I'll give you a kiss, Doc. Boom, bang, ow. Here we go. So that's it. That's it for me. Much love. Be well and stay trusty. I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, and if you want cool graphics, go to GeoSam. GeoSam does cool graphics and animations. Like this.